naked shorts, failure to deliver, dark pools, all overrated. Now, before you start typing furiously in the comment section about why I'm wrong, about why I don't know what I'm talking about, all I ask is just watch the video first, hear me out on some logic, and then I think we'll all ultimately end up in the same spot here, because at the core, there are certain truths to the market that pertain to anything. And at the end of the day, assuming your interest is, hey, look, I'm here to make some money, then at the end of the day, we should all be able to agree, assuming again, that is your operating principle, that you're here to make money, which I hope you're here to make money, because that's the point of the market and putting your money at risk in the first place. And this all came from a request I got. So I want to just read this to give a little bit of context here. But Brian says, I would love to see what your opinion is on naked shorts, FTD, which stands for failure to deliver, and dark pools. Specifically, how much you think they affect AMC. I'm sure a lot of people would really value and respect your insight. Keep up the good work. Or maybe a lot of people are going to be irritated by this. But I'm going to go through it and give my thoughts. Now, yes, this person was asking in regards to AMC. And if you're watching this video a few years from now, then it'll be interesting to see what happened with AMC. But this principle can be applied to anything. But what at the core is going on here is, naked shorts, failure to deliver, dark pools. All of these are basically, we'll call them tactics, right? They are tactics that supposedly are being used by big money, by hedge funds, in order to do certain things. Well, what are these certain things being done? Well, to control. These tactics are being done to control, I'll put the price down here, of, in this situation, a stock, but it could be, this argument could be made towards any asset class, but for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to say stock. So these tactics are being used to control the price of a stock. Okay, well, control them in what way? Well, because they are shorts, to control in the downwards direction, right? Because the short wants to see markets go down. And again, these tactics would be naked shorts, dark pools, failure to deliver in order to control the price to get it to go down. And I'm saying that these are overrated. Why? Well, this is why they're overrated, because they're giving way too much credit. What do I mean by that? Well, if these two tactics right here were all powerful, the hedge funds, they take advantage of the system and they use these tactics to control prices. And there's this narrative out there that, and I understand where the narrative is coming from, but my question to you is this. So let me ask you a question. And for this, I'm going to actually put, this is in regards to AMC. But my question is, okay, why aren't these tactics being used on, let's just call AAPL, Apple? Why aren't these tactics being used on AMZN? How about MSFT, Microsoft? Why aren't these stocks just getting pummeled into the ground? Because according to the narrative out there, these tactics, they can control the price and drive it down. Well, there has been no driving down of Apple or Amazon or Microsoft, at least at the recording of this video. You don't want to know where these tactics were also, attempted? They were attempted to a stock, maybe you've heard of it, known as TSLA, Tesla. And do you know what happened to the tactics of the people that tried to get Tesla? They got destroyed. Does everybody remember the short squeeze in Tesla? Absolutely destroyed. So the question becomes, all right, well, if these tactics are so powerful, then in theory, according to this logic, well, the hedge funds, the big money, right? The banks, whatever you're classifying as the big money, the hedge funds, the manipulators, well, then why don't they just go manipulate Amazon down to nothing, or Apple or Microsoft? Is it, and like I said, you don't have to agree with me, but this is my thought process. Or is it maybe not a function of the tactics? Is it a function of the companies themselves? Meaning, if a company is vulnerable, AMC, now I'm not going to get into the morality of it, but yeah, AMC forced to shut down. People could not go and literally use their business. And even now with the theaters, still a little bit sketchy, but that was a very bad business to be in. Think about the gyms, right? Gyms, very dangerous situation. No, you can't go work out. You're not allowed to do that. So literally forced shutdowns. That's just bad. How about restaurants? That's just bad. Again, Don't come at me in the comment section based in a morality argument. I'm not arguing based on morality. I'm arguing based on the practicalness of all this and just giving my thoughts, which Brian asked. So yes, what about these? Were any of these affected? No, these ones all, hey, you have to sit at home. But hey, we'll give you some money to shop with. Well, geez, that sounds like a good deal for Amazon. So maybe, just maybe, the effectiveness of the tactics has to do with the company itself and the circumstances of the company, as opposed to just, oh, it's the tactics. It's the dark pools. It's the naked shorts. Well, no, naked shorts, dark pools, failure to delivers. If they're being attempted on any of these stocks, they're sure not working. And if anything, those tactics are causing the people to lose money like they lost money on Tesla. But at the end of the day, the main reason why this is overrated is because it doesn't matter. What matters and what is making AMC, again, at this point in time so special is that this. One word. Belief. Or if you want to talk about perception, there is such a massive perception out there, such a massive belief that it's all the tactics and it's all that this perception has united, brought together massive groups of people. And that is actually now creating a very interesting situation for AMC. At the time of this video, we'll see how it still plays out. But my point here is that who really cares about the tactics? It is all about the perception. I mean, let's just say that I replace this with, hey, you know what? If you take a bite of a banana every day before the market opens, that's going to help. That's going to help control the price in your favor. But that's ridiculous, right? But let's just say that enough people believe that. They're like, yeah, that's what you have to do. Take a bite of banana, buy AMC, and just hold. And you get enough people to believe that, well, then you're going to create a very interesting situation within the stock itself. And that is what makes all this so fascinating is, yes, there is tactics that are involved. And they're being involved because, well, AMC, and still is in kind of a dangerous situation from a company fundamental perspective. But you have enough people that have come in and there's a big enough belief and perception that's been created. And now it's created a very, very, almost like a good movie. But to sit here and say, oh, the massive problem in the market are dark pools, failure to delivers, and naked shorts is just severely flawed. Because if it was a true massive manipulation, would be literally if the hedge funds could be like, you know what, it's Amazon's turn, then Amazon goes to nothing. That would be whoa, how is this possible? If they wake up and a hedge fund manager says, you know what, time to take these tactics to use for Apple today, or any other strong company out there. You know what, I'm sick of Windows. We're driving Microsoft down, and they deploy the tactics and it works out. But that just does not happen. And sometimes it really backfires, aka Tesla. So those things are all overrated. It's all about the perception, belief. That's what ultimately matters. That's what's ultimately going to get a stock or whatever asset class moving, is if enough people believe. If enough people perceive that something matters, and in this case, it's certainly, it's coming across that way, then that's truly what's going to ultimately make something move and what's going to lead to it. And yeah, there's definitely shorts in AMC. No one's denying that. But as far as kind of the bad rap what all these tactics get, it's so overblown. It's so overrated for the reasons discussed. So that's my thoughts on it, Brian. Thank you for the question. Now at this point, like I said, let me know below. We should all agree, because at this point, it's not really a matter of, well, who cares if this is true or not? Because we all do agree that the perception, the belief is strong enough to be creating a very interesting dynamic here. So there's no doubt in that. That's a common ground. But like I said, my question to you is, if you want to come back at me, no, these tactics, they're used to manipulate. And yes, they can be used to manipulate, but not anything they want. The problem is, well, what are the company? The companies they're weaker companies. So it's not the tactics, it's who are the tactics being used on, and they're being used on those companies for a specific reason. Because, these are like freight trains. You don't want to use these tactics on those stocks unless you want to get just run over. So let me know your thoughts below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And yeah, maybe we'll have some interesting discussions in the comment section. That's a wrap. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.